What's up, guys? The Milestone A to Z guide. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a long video, but I'm going to go straight through everything concerning milestones, how you do it, uh, what you can do with it, etc., etc., etc. But we're going to start with milestoning a player right away in the set. So, right here you see before you Alex Boone. Okay. He's right guard, and you see his chemistries are Super Bowl passed, and he's got mobile blocker right there. So with milestones, it adds an extra chemistry on the card. Okay, and if you look over here, the chemistry that's going to be added with Alex Boone in his milestone is going to be ZB, which is uh, zone blocker. And it's this one right here. I already have it ready to go, zone blocker. And as you can see, we have one player on the team that has zone blocker. So it's not even activated yet. And over here, it's the left tackle, Matthews, who has zone blocker. So once I chem this guy up, it's going to move the zone blocker to tier 1, and we're going to get +1 to acceleration, run block, and impact to my right guard and my left tackle, which is sweet. But there's more to this, obviously. But let's go ahead and jump right into the set, show you where the sets are, and exactly what's going on. Uh, First, I'm going to jump to the sets and show you. Obviously, you go to your sets just like you saw it. So you're here in your ultimate team. It's all the way to the right. You go to your sets, and then you're going to go all the way over to the end, basically. And milestones are 1, 2, 3, 4 from the end right now. It can always change technically. Jump into milestone sets, and you'll see the very top has an elite to goal. We'll talk about that later on. But for now, let's go look at Alex Boone. And as you see, you can go ahead and go into your milestones and just look at all the players and see if you have any that you have all of them up. You can easily tell if it has these marks on all the cards, especially the card itself. I mean, you don't even have to know your lineup. You can tell, okay, I can go ahead and milestone that guy because I have everything. I can add to the set, and bam, you get the card right back with the extra chemistry on it, and it remains auctionable and tradable. Okay, so before I go ahead and click those cards in and do that, I want to show you one more thing. Where do you get those cards to put in the set, right? You may not know. It should be obvious because it's an everyday thing, but it's in your solo challenges, and it's going to be under your limited time challenges. So you always want to check these every day, and you want to look at the current day's milestones. It has a big M for milestones, and every single day of the week has a new set of milestones. Today on Saturday is turnover. Like Wednesday is going to be rushing for like Wednesdays are always rushing, for example. Saturdays are always turnovers. Sundays is actually a recap of the week, which gives you an elite from each of the categories that the 6 days prior were the categories. Just check tomorrow or check on Sunday and you'll see it. So every day that you log in, go ahead and knock out the 4. It's going to be 4 of these, and you get one milestone collectible here. It can be gold or it can be the elite. It's usually gold though on this one, and this one. No, I'm sorry, this one, and on this one you get 2 of the collectibles. You can get 2 golds. You can get an elite and a gold, or you could get two elites. It's just random. Typically, you get 1 elite and 1 gold. That's what I typically get on this last challenge. I've gotten 2 elites, and I've also gotten 2 golds. I've obviously received an elite from the first reward. That's actually a milestone. This first challenge is just kind of it gives you coins and that's it, just so you can go on to the next challenge. Okay, so that's how you get the cards, and each day of the week are different categories. This one today that I'm doing the video on is turnover. So let's get right back to the set and go ahead and milestone that guy, and we'll see what how it changes his rating, if it changes his rating at all, and we'll see if it moves the teams overall, which it shouldn't. I mean, it's just one chemistry that's going to go to tier 1 for 2 guys, but still, I mean, this is something that's free. You know what I mean? Literally free. just requires your game time, and it's one of the easiest things to do. You go to your milestone sets, and they're up every day of the week, so it's impossible to complain that you don't have these. If you don't have them, it's just because you haven't done them or you sold them, you quick sold them, or or something. They're not tradable. So let's jump down here to Alex Boone, and let's add them in. So let's mark up. These are all from the Wednesday rushing, and unable to batch add cards in lineup. Okay. Hang on. First, let me just to make sure there's not something wrong here. Let's add him to the set first. What? That's not what I was trying to pick. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure he wasn't some odd card. Okay. Anyways, you pick them all. It added them. Now we get a new version of him, which, as you saw, it was just the Super Bowl past. An MB. Now it's got the zone blocker as well. So let's back out of this and let's go look at our lineup. And see if it changed his overall at all. I didn't keep an eye on it, but I know the team's overall is not going to change, but it actually pulled him out of the lineup when I did that. So we need to go back over here to right guard and pop him in there because it's technically a new card. And now he's in. Oh, the lineup, the overall stays the same, but you see zone blockers in. Jake Matthews, I don't remember, so rewind up in the video and you can check it out to see if Boone was a 93. He may have been a 92, and see if Matthews was a 92. He may have been a 91. I kind of think one of them was down a point, and they may have both been down. Matthews may have been a 91, and Boone may have been a 92. Or they may not have moved at all. But bottom line is we do know for sure that since zone blocker was added, that's up here now because it's activated, that on the elite chemistries, it takes 2 for tier 1 and 4 for tier 2. We only had 1. Now we have 2, so tier 1's activated. So we've got +1 acceleration, +1 run block, and +1 on impact for these two dudes. When you're on the actual chemistry itself, it's going to highlight the players that are being impacted by it. So that's why you see the blue here. I'm already on Boone. So let's jump in, and also when you look at the cards when you're in your team, it'll show you the exact stats that are being impacted by any chemistries. And as you see for him, his impact is at 94, his speed 68, his run blocks at 93. Likewise, we go over here to Mr. Matthews, and you'll see that his impact is 91, his run block is 89, and so on. We're not done, okay? But that should be enough to really get you going. It shows you where the sets are, what challenges you have to do to get the cards, and that's that. But I want to talk a little more about what's in the sets and what else you can do with the milestones. So just some other maybe creative ideas and options. You know what I mean? So first, I'm going to talk about this other idea, and then I'm going to go through just to show you how many guys that I just quickly glanced a minute ago, how many guys I have almost ready to add an extra chemistry to, which will vastly help your team. And you'll find the same thing if you look through. I'm sure you're going to have at least one guy, if not several. But another thing you can do, like let's say, for example, let's go down to Odell Beckham Jr., right? You could go out, and I'm not saying this is 100%, and it doesn't have to be just Odell or anything. I'm just picking him as an example. So let's go to Odell Beckham Jr., 96 overall card. His chemistries are not that great, to be honest. It's just New York Giants and deep threat. When you milestone him, it adds in the playmaker, the P, which increases the value of the card. And remember, when you do these, it doesn't make them non-auctionable or non-tradable. So you can go in here And whether or not you have the card or not, you could go in, check the auction house, and look at the prices of both. So let's go ahead and take a look at that online. Uh, so let's go to Mutthead and look at both versions of Odell Beckham Jr.'s card. It may not be the best example. Um, that's why you need to do this yourself in some form or fashion. So we see we have Team of the Year and we have Milestone right here. Same card. It's just one has those two chemistries and then one has the extra playmaker on it. So we'll go ahead and grab Odell Beckham Jr., his regular card that's not milestoned, and he's selling his prices is going for 508 right now average, and he's selling anywhere between 500 and 652,000. Okay, so but his average is right around 508, and you could get him right this second for 500k. Okay, and you see 490, 507 in the last hour, so around 5 to 507 ish. You see at 499, 495. So I would just call him 500k. Okay, 500k regular OBJ. All right, that's easy to remember. Now let's pull up his milestone. Right, if you pull up his milestone card, it's 535,000. So that's 35,000 coins you can make by milestoning him. Now, I'm sure there are better spreads than 35,000, but let's look at the prices and just see. They're actually selling them out for 600, and you see it's been sold 550, 560, 550, 540, and then down here it was cheaper yesterday than it was today for whatever reason. So let's just go by the prices, and that's basically 50k, and you could technically say 60k, but that's 50,000 coins. So even when you bought Odell Beckham Jr. for right now for 500k. We saw that we saw that listed just now, right? His non-milestoned. Okay, so that's 500k out of your bank. Bring him in. You put him in the milestone set. You milestone him up. You put them back on the market and you price them out for 550, let's say, because that's been selling. And 550, he'd probably get bought, considering cheapest right now is 600k. So that's 50,000 coins. On 500k, you're gonna get popped for 50,000 coins. So unfortunately, that's the way that goes. That's something that you need to remember is the recourse on that. So on the resale at 550, you would lose. That's one reason I hate the 10% on the auction house is it screws up stuff like this. You don't get rewarded for milestoning and then popping it back up. But nonetheless, let's say you pulled that card or you have it, you're upgrading it. Either way, it still applies. Milestone it, you're going to get an extra whatever. In this case, it's 50 to 60,000 for that card. Either way, the card goes up being milestone. A lot of people don't know about milestones or don't want to bother with the milestones, don't do the challenges, whatever the case may be. And so they just go out and buy the top of the card. Some of them don't realize. They don't have every card memorized, and they don't realize that's just a milestone version. Even though it shows it right here with them, they just say, okay, it said there's one with 3 chemistries. I'm buying the one with 3 chemistries. They don't put a lot of thought into it. So that's just an example. You can make money. Just remember the 10% off the auction, so you don't end up losing money. You wouldn't lose money in this scenario. You'd break even, or say you currently now it's 597. Say you if I were to do it, I would price that out at like 589. And so even at 50k, I'd still make approximately 40,000 coins off of the sell, 30 something thousand coins, and that's just for doing nothing. I mean, it really is. It's for doing nothing. It's for clicking them in a set. You saw me do it already. Bam. And go through the cards, and you can find the ones that have the biggest gaps, the biggest amount of money to make, where you can actually make money doing the milestones, and you could continually buy and resell, doing the milestones every single week, or every couple of weeks. So let's continue on. That's just kind of an idea to think about, anyways, I guess. Uh, uh, and before I talk about the guys that I have on my team, let's talk about this other option here. This what the hell is this milestone top elite to gold, and why would you want to do that? Well, uh, it does what it says it does. You put in an elite card in. I'm sorry. Well, that's going to the auction house for some reason. Just trying to search it. But you put in an elite milestone card, which you'll have. I'm sure if you've done this stuff, you'll have a bunch of them, and it will give you 2 random gold milestone cards. It could be any category. It could be turnovers, rush defense, passing, and so on. And that's good if you're like, say you're in here on this guy, and I need 2 golds and 1 elite. Let's say I had the elite, I needed the 2 golds. Well, I could trade in several elites. Say I just wanted to get this done now. Maybe it was the only guy I could do in the milestones on my team at the current moment, and I wanted to get him milestoned right away. I pop some random elite. Maybe maybe I have 20 of them, because they've been stacking up over the months. I pop them in, and I eventually will get random 2 of these rush defense, and I pop that in, and bam, it's a set. I don't have to wait a week for the next set of the rush defense milestones to come up, because each set only comes up 1 day per week. And then again on Sundays they're all recap, but they're all the elite cards. So on Sunday you'll get an elite. And I think you get 6 elites on Sundays, which can be good for needing them down here, and can be good for if you just want to trade them in. That's 6 times 2. You'll get 12 golds at random, and So hopefully that helps explain that part. And lastly, just go through my team. We did Alex Boone, right? I did him, and they're only one-time deals. So I just said on Odell Beckham Jr., you could keep doing that. No, you can't. My bad. Sorry. Misinformation. You can only do it one time. Keep that in mind. Hopefully no one quit the video at that point and went and did it, but they should have realized it said completed, as I just did, and it's not repeatable. So, but looking at the rest of my team, Coney Ely, I know I have him on the team at left end, and I have him actually at second string, but still at second string. Your chemistries, if I recall correctly, still apply once the player's on the field. He'll still get the stat boost when he's on the field. It won't go towards your overall. It won't go towards your tiers and stuff like that. But I am fairly certain that when they're subbed in, they get whatever chemistries they have on them. You can research that. Please correct me in the comments and let me know about that. Okay. But anyways, I would still milestone him up. Because eventually I'm going to sell them, and the milestone will go higher, and so on. So I am 2 short and 1 elite short. So the next day we have rush defense. I will be able to milestone him, and there you go. There's one player. Let's keep going. Here we go. Dionne Jones. I know I have him. Again, I have him at second string as well. He's on the field, so he's technically first string. So his chemistries count. And I am 1 gold and 1 elite away. So once again, next Saturday we'll have that one done at the very latest, and I can do the elites from tomorrow and trade them in and get the gold. And I'll also get a turnover tomorrow, milestone elite, because Sundays you get elites. We should anyway. So actually, I should be able to get him done tomorrow, because Sundays are like that. Sundays are epic for the milestones. So that's Pimp. There's a first stringer that will be able to put PS, which is pick specialist, right? So that'll make him be a quad chemistry, because he's got Super Bowl present times 2. He has CL and PS with the milestone. So that's going to push his rating way up on the overall. And continually going through, Who else do I have? I have Hightower, but not his middle linebacker. The next guy I have is Landon Collins. A team of the year, fantastic player, came out of Alabama. You see here, pops him up. I mean, he's already got big hitter. I think that's what that is. Let's see. Anyway, H. No, he's got big hitter, and hell, I completely forgot about that one. So let me know what the H stands for, please. And then we get Field General added to him. Field General is awesome chemistry. And that actually will allow Field General to activate as tier 1 or tier 2. I'll have to look at the team. We'll go check the team in just a second. You see, I'm 1, 2, and 1. That seems to be a common theme here. Away. So tomorrow, again, I'll be able to milestone this bad boy. He's first string. And so we'll have Field General on him, and stats will go up, and Field General I think is going to be activated. So, and I have two more dudes. I have Paul Puzzlesny as well, another Team of the Year. They put a lot of the Team of the Year cards in. Same deal. They'll do it tomorrow. Pass defense, 2 golds, and 1. No, I'm sorry. I keep saying tomorrow on this. I'm not going to get the golds. The elites is what I'm going to get. So, but whatever player, I can use elites, like I said, in that trade-in program. That is repeatable. And whichever one I want to do that for, I'm going to get enough to do one of the guys. You know what I mean? So somebody's going to get done. Probably 2 of the guys get done at the very minimum. Anyways, it adds inside blitzer to him. Which we'll check out the team and see how that's going to affect. And then we have one more Team of the Year guy on my team, Jack Conklin. And SP is secure pass blocker, I believe. Yeah, secure pass blocker. So that's an excellent chemistry. Anything like the red, like the playmakers and the secure pass blocker, and that H, I even forgot. I forgot what it was. So comment and tell me what that is. It's the right tackle. I have him, and I have him because it pops up down here. And for whatever reason, they made this one more cards. Yeah, all the other ones were pretty much the same. 10 golds, 1 elite. This one's 9 golds and then 3 elites. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is on this one. You tell me why it did it this way. Or is there any logic to this? But you see, I'm 3 golds away and 3 elites away. I would have been 3 golds, or rather 4 golds probably, and 1 elite from doing him. But anyways, I'll get him, obviously. And these all expire mid-Marchish. Well, not all of them. You can look through the video and you'll see March 19th on that one as well. That was the last one in my set. I'll scroll these to show you. We have Jack Conklin. We have Zeke. We have Matt Paradis. Another Odell Beckham Jr. Team of the Year. Maybe that was the one that I showed earlier. We have Greg Olson. He's actually on my team, but I've already milestoned him. We have Vic Beasley Jr., Mike Daniels, Marcus Peters. I have him. I milestoned him as well. He's a beast. And you see his overall here is 94. Remember that. His overall is 94, and you'll see what his overall is on the team. And then, no, I'm sorry. I did not milestone him, and I did not milestone Greg Olson, but I have their milestones. Let me just put it that way. I was just being stupid, and primarily because I didn't have everything ready for their milestones, and so I just went ahead and grabbed it because it was like, not that much of a difference between them. But I think Greg Olson actually paid a little bit too much. Now looking back, I was just being impatient, and I should have let's just look at it. Had I bought his regular card, I would have been 1 elite away. And so tomorrow I could have milestoned him. The good news is I can go buy his card now. If there's enough spread in there, margin in there, I go buy his card, pop him, pop that card, that elite I'll receive tomorrow, and resell it. Maybe make some profit. I'll have to check it up on the database on Mudhead. Vic Beasley Jr., Marcus Peters has already said, Levy, Mike Mitchell, Bouye, Matt Stafford, Adrian Peterson. Let's check these and see if the expiration. See, as you go down, they are going to expire a little sooner because they're a little older. This is the winter set, the offensive winter set, in the Ghost of Madden time. So this is March 12th is when this set expires. Marvin Harrison, Levante David, Champ Bailey, Carl Joseph, Odell Beckham Jr., and out of position one where he's at free safety. And this one's March 5th. This was back in the out of position promo. Rodney Hudson, Kyle Long, Gary Barnage, Eric Ebron, however you say it. I actually had him for a while. I think I actually may have him. Well, let's see. It'll tell me right here. Yeah, I still have him. So I have him at second string or third string. So I'm really close to milestoning him. I might as well milestone him for resale. So I need to mark that down. That's another guy I didn't realize I should have put that on the team. And that one expires March 5th. So older they get, the sooner they're going to expire. Allen, we have Dontari Poe. He's a great 3-4 defensive tackle. This is his out of position fullback one. Miles Jack Urlacher, when he's out of position at tight end, he actually does a good job at tight end. And I don't have him, but it adds a nice chemistry to him. Tyrann Mathieu. Paul Krause. Now we have that new version of the Ultimate Legends with him. And this expires March 5th. Shaq Thompson, Brandon. See, there's so many. Marquise Pouncey, Quincy Inanwa. I don't know. Derek Wolf, Cameron Jordan. Derek Morgan is the last one. And you see the chemistries here. When you see a 3-4 base chemistry, you know it's old. It's from Football Outsiders, and this one expires February 19th. So that literally expires tomorrow, that last one. This one expires tomorrow. Cameron Jordan. So if you have Derek Morgan, if you have Cameron Jordan, if you have Derek Wolf, if you have Quincy Inanwa, if you have Maurice Pouncey, if you have Brandon Scherf, then they are expiring tomorrow. So I'm going to pop this video today, the 18th, and for you guys watching that, if you have those guys, go ahead and look into your milestones right away. The other one is expiring March 5th. It gives you a little more time. Are Shaq Thompson, Paul Krause, Tyrann Mathieu, and these are all the out of position players. So just check your out of position stuff in the milestones. Brian Urlacher, Miles Jack, Dontari Poe, Keenan Allen, Eric Ebron, Gary Barnage, Kyle Long, Rodney Hudson, Odell Beckham Jr. is out of position when he's at free safety. And that's that. And I'm not going to go through everyone again, but the next set goes to March 12th and so on. Is there anything more to say? I don't think so. Not really. So let's pop on over to my team just to show you the guys that I was referring to. And we're going to add in that Ebron because he is on the team. We'll check out exactly where he was on the team. Ebron was an out of position card. But so on offense, we did the right guard, Alex Boone, and brought up, I think, the ratings, but at the very least, we put new stats on both of those two, left tackle and the right guard with ZB chemistry, which is zone blocker. Coney Ely is coming in at left end, which that's on defense. Let's see here. Anything else on offense? Yeah, Jack Conklin. This is one that I can add in the triple. He's already at a 95. That'll pop him up to Jack Conklin. Remember, which one was he getting? He was getting SP. He was getting secure pass blocker. So I don't know what that will do on his overall. because it's one of these types of chemistries that's not a statistical chemistry. It's just a plus. These are great, like gunslinger stuff. They're great, but I don't know what they do, if anything, for the actual number of the card. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. And then here's the milestone card itself. Greg Olson. You see, he's got that extra chemistry. I bought him that way. And then down here, none of those guys can be milestone that I saw. Over on defense, we have quite a few. Surprised they didn't put Devin McCourty in the milestone set, but they didn't. Puzzlesny, though, we are going to and can milestone him. Remember, Puzzlesny had the... I'm trying to think of my memory. I do have a photographic memory. That's why I'm scanning back through. It was IB. Okay, so that's inside blitzer. It's going to pop on him, and we can go through here and look at what we have on inside blitzer. Either we passed it or it needs to go to tier 1. Looks like we passed it. All right, so that's even better to me. And it not being here, that means it's already up. What? Say, oh, that means we don't have it at all. Okay, so that's gonna put inside blitzer at tier 1, and then we'll have that as a possible chemistry for whenever another card comes in with IB, and I already know a card that I'm going to be bringing on board that has IB really soon. So we'll have tier 1 of that. Was just an extra chemistry, more stats. Great. Who else did we have? One more guy. Well, two more guys technically. We had well, no, actually we have more. We had Dionne Jones, and yes, he's down here at second string, but he's first string because I run a 3-4, obviously. In the middle linebackers, we have 2 middle linebackers in the 3-4 set. So he's on the field, and so his chemistries count. That's why they're not crossed out like this. So what chemistry was being added to him? Come on, brain. Click. PS. Pick specialist was going on him, and I know I have that one. It may already be at tier 2. It's at least at tier 1. Let's go through here. Oh, that's excellent. So we're gonna do him really soon. He's close. How close was he? Gotta go back to the click. It was right there. Picture Dionne Jones. All right, I got it. It was 1 gold and 1 elite card he needed. So basically, and it was, what was it? It was turnover. So it was 1 gold turnover and 1 elite turnover needed for him. So that can be done tomorrow, for sure. May focus on that since he's on the field, and it's an important position, and it will bring pick specialists up to tier 2, which will add not only the acceleration, catch, and protection, or I think that's wrong. I have to look at that. I always get PRC off for some reason. But it adds speed, catch, jump, and another PRC. So remember, highlight in blue tells you. So we're gonna have here this card. We're gonna have CB2. We're gonna have CB1. No, actually, it's not CB1. It's beneath it. We're gonna have CB4. Rocking with it. We're gonna have CB5. No, he's not. Never mind. It'll look like it. Anyway, CB4. Marcus Peters over here, my best one, and we're gonna have that was Dionne Jones. We're gonna have a middle linebacker that's on the field with it, and that should be all the pick specialists. There's no pick specialists on offense, so that's tier 2. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. 4 guys with an extra 7 stats on them. That is probably going to raise the overall of the team to 295. We'll see, though. It's plus 20 stats. We'll see tomorrow. that pretty much covers up the team, doesn't it? Oh yeah, we have one more other dude. I gotta find him. See if he's even still in the lineup. It's that out of position Ebron, and I don't see him here. Maybe he was an offensive player. I don't see him. We know we have his card. It's not sold. This point, I just Let's go check. Let's go check out on specialists because yeah, I know he was quick. So let's look in here. It did say we had him, right? I'm not even trying to go through anything here. Blip, 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 blip. You can see I've sold a lot of cards or traded them in, rather. Another thing to note, these chemistry cards, these gold chem cards, are not bad to pop in your team because they're generally pretty good players at their position, and they can jack up your chemistry, which will raise their own overalls and your whole team. So some of those things are really good deals. It's just a little pro tip for you. I may not have him. Legit. I'm thinking I don't. Oh well. Anyways, I can't think of anything else. I guess we'll go back and look and show you once again. Don't forget to do the solo challenges every day in the limited time challenges. The very top one, Milestone, with the big M on it. Complete every single one of them every single day. It doesn't take long. These the ones today for the turnover were a get a safety. On that one, I recommend just using a cover 1 engage 8, and you'll generally get it first time each time, and so therefore you get through 4 different challenges. You get a coin from them, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these milestone badges, if you will, collectibles they call them, in about 10 minutes of play, which is a super good deal. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions about milestoning your players and how to do it, anything at all, I can answer it for you. So don't hesitate to drop a question down there, and I'll be happy to answer it. We got this video out to 37 minutes and 45 seconds at the moment. So yes, it's a long one, but it's complete. It's complete. It's everything. So I can't think of anything extra about milestones to say. So thank you for watching. I hope it helped somebody. Take care.